All right, today we're going to look at solving multi-step equations with our third letter, M, from me, and don't call me after midnight. First thing we've been looking for is, can we distribute? Once we see distribution, we're going to do so. If we don't have anything to distribute, then we looked at step 2, which was to combine like terms. And as we saw yesterday, there were some problems where we had both of those to do. Our third one we're going to look at today is move variables to the same side. So what we're checking for, the question is, are there variables on both sides? And when we say both sides, we're talking about both sides of our equal sign. The last two are that's pretty much our solving stage. So that's when we start to add and subtract. And then at the final step, we either multiply or divide. So the first three steps are really the big keys to solving multi-step equations. So we're going to look ahead at example 1. 24 plus 8x equals 12x. There's no distribution. There's nothing to combine on the left and nothing to combine on the right. We can't combine things across that line. So 8x and 12x, we can't combine those because they're on different sides of the equal sign. So don't let that confuse you. The third step is, are there variables on both sides? So I have an 8x on the left and I have a 12x on the right. I want to move them to the same side, which means I need to get rid of them on one side so that they end up on the other with the x term. I can do that in I have two options. I can subtract 8x or I could subtract the 12x. I want to try and avoid having a negative value. So I know that 8 minus 12 is negative 4, but 12 minus 8 is positive 4. So the step that I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract my 8x on the left side. I'm also going to subtract my 8x on the right side. That leaves me with 24 equals, these two terms are gone, 12x minus 8x is 4x. Now my variables are all on one side. I can solve this problem. Divide by 4, and x equals 6. In our next example, we have a similar piece. We have no distribution, no combining like terms, so I move on to 3, move variables on the same side. To solve this, I can either get rid of the x on the right or I can subtract the 4x on the left. I'm going to take away the x on the right because it'll leave me with a positive number. So I'm going to subtract x on both sides. This will go away, leaving me with 11. And on this side, 4x, take away x, leaves me with 3x, and I bring down the plus 5. Now I have a two-step equation. Take away my 5. Divide by 3. X is equal to 2. In our first practice problem, no distribution, nothing to combine on the left, nothing to combine on the right. So I look for variables on both sides. Subtracting the 7x would leave me with a negative, so I'm going to take away x. 7x take away x is 6x equals 18. Divide by 6. divide by 6, x is equal to 3. In our second example, no distribution, nothing to combine, moving two variables on both sides. I'm going to take away 2m, 3m, bring down the minus 10 is equal to 20. And now I can solve. Add 10. 3m is equal to 30. Divide by 3. M is equal to 10. If we flip to our back of our notes, we have example 2. Here, again, I check for my distribution first, which I have in this problem. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute. 21x is equal to 6x plus 90. I'm going to subtract 6x to the other side. 15x equals 90. And 90 divided by 15 is 6. In our practice, I have distribution, 4 times x, 4 times 9. So 4 times x is 4x, minus 4 times 9 is 36, is equal to 7x plus 18. I have my variables, or nothing to combine, Distribution's gone, so now I move my variables. Minus 4x. Can't forget the negative on the 36, so negative 36 is equal to 3x plus 18. Minus 18. Have to be careful here. I get negative 54. And then we're going to divide both sides by 3. Ran out of room, so I'm just going to move to the right here. The value of x is negative 18. And our last piece, we're going to do one application of our variables on both sides. So we'll look at this problem 3. Each side of the triangle is equal. We call that an equilateral triangle. What is the perimeter of the triangle? So again, perimeter is the distance around. I don't know anything about the distance around, except that all 3 sides are the same. But I do know that this side is equal to this side. So we'll call this 1, we'll call this 2. So side 1 is equal to side 2 because they're equilateral. Or it's an equilateral triangle. So we're going to say side 1 is 6x minus 4. And we know that's equal to 3x plus 8. Now I have an equation that can help me find what x is. To solve, we would get our variables on the same side. And continue solving. Plus 4. And then divide by 3. X is equal to 4. Now 4 is not the side length. We have to find the side length. So we have to take that value of 4 and replace it in the side for x. So this would give us 3 times 4 plus 8, which is 20. So 20 is the length of the side. just to confirm, I'm going to do the same thing here. 6 times 4 is 24, minus 4 is 20. So that just confirms the equilateral piece, which means this side is also 20. So the perimeter is 20 plus 20 plus 20 for a total of 60 units. And that is solving multi-step equations with variables on both sides. Remember to go through your steps, check for distribution, check to combine, and then look to see if variables are on both sides. And if they are, we want to move them using our inverse operations to one side or the other.